Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Tyrell. I'm here to give you a crypto market update. Alright, what I like to do first is check the total crypto market cap. This is the aggregate of all the cryptocurrencies in the cryptocurrency space, including like Bitcoin. There's a second one where you can exclude Bitcoin, but really it looks all the same. Everything is really following the lead of Bitcoin, which is like the king of all cryptocurrencies. Now, I just have like these lines drawn out here. These are just like psychological levels where like I've seen like price react and like really bounce off of. So drilling down into Bitcoin, you can see it's in this rising trend line, right? So like I drew this on, I thought price could potentially come down here if it didn't rise above 50,000, which it has, right? So I drew the second trend line on here, and we see that price is really respecting it. So we can speculate. I can speculate that price is going to respect this trend line, but if it breaks below this one, it has this other one below it, and then it has like this psychological level, $50,000, right? So it's actually doing pretty well. After it broke above that, it's kind of just been flying, and we'll see where it goes to next. Like I have some targets drawn on here, just more psychological levels. 75,000, that's a cool round number. 100,000, that's a nice round number. And then we'll just go from there. Like read articles, get educated on all this stuff, and then yeah, you do well, do really well. Next we have Ethereum here. This is the number 2 cryptocurrency, and for full disclosure, like everything that I have on my watch list, like I invest in. So like I own a little bit of it. I'm not just like shilling it out there for everybody. Like I really want to see these things grow and succeed, because like if they succeed, then my portfolio does well, and then like I make money, which is what we're all here for in the cryptocurrency market, right? So Ethereum, this just had some updates voted into its code base, so that should take into effect in July, and they're still working on ETH 2.0. So yeah. Next we have Cardano, and this just went through a hard fork, and soon enough this should have its own crypto assets. So similar to how Ethereum has ERC20 tokens, Cardano should have its own smart assets built upon its blockchain. So we'll see what's built upon the Cardano blockchain. Next we have Graph. It's currently in this zone between $1.80 and $2, so it's like range bound. And I just look at price, whereas like over time I dollar cost average into everything. So yeah, the day-to-day prices don't necessarily phase me, but I like looking at it, you know what I mean? Just like finding patterns, which is what I found in Tezos. So let's zoom out here on a weekly time frame. It's been in like this parallel channel, like higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then I was expecting it to come down, but it's actually respected this trend line here. So price has kind of just been appreciating from like this previous low, rising upon this trend line. Pretty simple stuff, really. Like you can find this stuff all on the internet if you really don't want to find it. So yeah, and now I'm just like showing you guys for the purpose of this informational video. Next is Algorand. This one is actually doing pretty well. Let's zoom out to a week. So you see this rise here, right? And it hit this high, and then it came all the way down here, and then you see like the type of candles that I use, these are closures. Like so wherever like it closes and opens, like this is what happened. And what we can see is like price really respected the dollar mark, right? So like it gives me reason to believe that there was strong support at $1, and then there was just like buying pressures, which is what we see now. So it's currently at $1.18. So let's go in a little bit deeper. Right, so these candles are each day candles, and price is kind of just like appreciated from $1 to $1.18. All right, so we can go ahead and calculate what percentage gain that is, which is 18%. All right, and that's just for $1, which is what price was supported by, and I hope this goes to $1.50, maybe even $2. Right, that's going to look really nice in my portfolio. Plus, at the same time, I'm earning interest in Algorand, holding that on Coinbase. So as my interest earns interest, that price is appreciating, so that interest is appreciating in value. Come on, like, it's not rocket science, people. It is cryptocurrency. Now we have Atom is kind of following the same pattern as Algorand, which is pretty cool. And you could do the same thing on Coinbase as what I'm doing with Algorand and earn interest in Atom. So yeah, next is Link. There's some hype surrounding Link, which is a data oracle. And what it does is it takes price from the non-blockchain world and brings it onto blockchain, so that data is able to be used on blockchains and to make sure that like it's trusted. So some big hopes were for Chainlink, and with all of these things, excluding Tezos dollar cost average, which is something that I'll talk about later on in this video. Next, we'll go to CoinMarketCap. We can take a look at the entire crypto market cap. There's so much information on this page. Like, it's owned by Binance, but like it literally gives you every single cryptocurrency out there. You can go ahead and search whichever one that you want, and then it has like a description of what it is, and then maybe some news about that particular cryptocurrency, and yeah, a whole bunch of other things. So you got like Bitcoin here up 10% in the past 7 days, Ethereum up 17%. I'm not invested in Binance Coin nor Tether, which is just a stable coin. Cardano I am, which is down 7.33%, but it stayed above $1, which is really good. Polkadot, I'm not invested in Polkadot. I used to have some XRP, but I don't anymore. I don't have any Uniswap, but it's doing really well at 27%. Had some Litecoin, don't have anymore, and Chainlink, which is doing really well. So that's the top 10. We can go ahead and dive into the DeFi platform. So these are all the coins and tokens that make up the DeFi ecosystem. So I have some of them, just like tiny bits of it, but nothing that I dollar cost average into, like Chainlink here. And then you got like the Polkadot ecosystem. So these are all blockchains that are built upon Polkadot. So you got Kusama, Ren, Ontology, Ocean Protocol, Energy Web Token, Band Protocol. Band Protocol, that's like a competitor to Chainlink, where it's like a data oracle. So it brings information from the non-blockchain world into the blockchain world, and does so reliably. You got NFTs, which are like blowing up. These are like red hot in the world right now. Like even Gary Vee's talking about them, and this guy like literally dives into everything. Now the coolest story about NFTs was my favorite artist by the name of Banksy, and one of his pieces of work was burned and turned into an NFT and sold for like 6 figures, right? So this piece of art called Morons, and it literally says, "I can't believe you morons actually buy this shit," was burned and turned into an NFT. So I watched that video of the piece being burned, and here it is right here. You can watch it on YouTube. And then sold on OpenSea. So let's go back to NFTs. Is there OpenSea on here? I don't see it. But yeah, really cool stuff. I love Banksy, I love art, and I love cryptocurrency. So I love to see stuff like this happen. I don't know how somebody could buy a piece of digital art for that much money, but like I love all these 3 things nonetheless. Now let's talk about some of the news. You got PayPal confirming it's buying crypto security firm Curve. Now this is understandable because like PayPal is buying a lot of cryptocurrency and is going to allow its millions of merchants to transact in cryptocurrencies. So whether that's Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum, or some other one that's out there, right? But the one caveat is PayPal isn't going to allow its merchants to withdraw its cryptocurrency that they bought, right? So like, say like I go on PayPal as a merchant, I buy and accept cryptocurrencies as payment. I'm not going to be allowed to put that onto like my own Ledger wallet or a Trezor wallet, unfortunately. Nonetheless, what PayPal is going to allow people to do is to hold it onto its platform, and what it needs to do is keep that cryptocurrency safe for its merchants to use and for its customers and users of the platform to use. So this is like a really good business move for them to be able to not only support cryptocurrencies, but keep them safe and secure. So like that platform does well in the cryptocurrency space. So good for them. Some other news out there. You got Ripple losing some of its partnerships. Sucks for Ripple. Market wrap: Bitcoin trades well above 50,000 while Ether outperforms on NFTs. July's upgrade. So in July, Ethereum is going to implement EIP 1559, which is going to turn it into a deflationary asset, which should help its price appreciate over time. So if you're holding an Ethereum bag, just hold on. Personally, I wouldn't transact in anything Ethereum unless like I hold 1,000 Ethereum, but I don't, because like transaction fees are just like, they're too damn high. So whenever it has like those updates in the Ethereum blockchain, I think it's going to be a lot more efficient and scalable and have a lot more transactions being put through the Ethereum blockchain. But you just got to give it time as they build all that stuff out. Soros, Morgan Stanley joins $200 million investment in Bitcoin firm NYDIG, New York Digital Investment Group, or something like that. Bitcoin's 2021 returns destroyed everything on Wall Street. Everything, including Goldman Sachs, who put out this report. Destroyed them. Bitcoin's Taproot activation gains momentum. There's this one article. IRS initiates Operation Hidden Treasure. So while the gains in cryptocurrencies are enjoyable to say the least, the IRS is going to come for everybody if they try to evade taxes. So like, I know if you do taxes now, like it is March now, if you do taxes, you're going to have to report on your taxes if you had any cryptocurrency transactions that are taxable, right? So if you bought or sold cryptocurrencies, if you received it as a gift, if you cashed out. The one caveat is you don't need to pay crypto taxes if you just bought and held. Like for a lot of the cryptocurrencies that I bought, like I just bought and held. Like I didn't sell it for anything. I didn't sell it for anything. I didn't transact in it in any way. Like I just bought and held it, and like I keep that safe. So you don't have to pay taxes on cryptocurrencies that you just hodled on. But if you sold for capital gains tax, then the tax man is going to come get you. And part of the new task force is Operation Hidden Treasure. So it's a joint effort between the IRS's Civil Office of Fraud Enforcement and its Criminal Investigation Unit, which will train agents to look at blockchains to root out tax evasion among cryptocurrency users. Now, like this is the thing about like cryptocurrencies, like it's out there on an immutable ledger. So every transaction that you do in cryptocurrencies is going to be out there. And if they figure out some tool or some program or some indicator that lets them know like, hey, this account potentially doing tax evasion, or like these wallets potentially involved in tax evasion or money laundering, like they're gonna like blacklist that money, right? So they're really gonna like force everybody that's gonna be using cryptocurrency to do so in legitimate and legal ways. Now, Carolyn Shank, National Fraud Counsel in the IRS Office of Chief Counsel, told conference goers that the agency is working with private contractors and vendors, presumably blockchain analytics firms, to develop signatures or telltale signs of fraudulent activity. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like they're paying these firms to tell them what they want to know. What a time. All right, In some other news, the U.S. Senate approves $1.9 trillion stimulus plan. Now, this is like a godsend to a lot of people out there. Like, some people like are really struggling in COVID times, and getting some money from the government would definitely help with some of our problems. Like, say you're short on rent, or you're short on bills, or you need to buy some groceries, or have some other extenuating life circumstance. This would really help. But for a lot of people, like, they don't really need the $1,400. Like, they're okay. Some people, like, they were able to work the entire time and were able to put some money away and possibly even invest, and like they're okay. Like, I remember during like the one of the rounds where people got $600, there was an increased incidence of people buying $600 worth of Bitcoin, which is what could potentially happen this time around, as soon as it is signed into law by President Joe Biden and people get their $1,400. So the legislation would provide $300 in weekly unemployment benefits through early September, send $1,400 payments to some Americans, and direct $350 billion to state and local governments. Now, because the stimulus package would likely be a boost for stock markets, it could also provide a lift to the price of cryptocurrencies, particularly if stimulus check recipients use that money to buy cryptocurrencies, which people will probably do. They'll probably buy some other stuff, but why not buy some cryptocurrencies? Like, it is appreciating in value. If you bought some cryptocurrency back in March of 2020 and then you just held it now, you would be up a lot of money. So that brings me to my next 2 points. So some of like the beginning things to do in crypto, and like this stuff will just like work in the long term because people just do it anyways, would be dollar cost averaging. Like, I preach this to everybody. Like, if you just earn a little bit of money and then purchase a little bit of cryptocurrency over time, like, you would be okay. Like, you would literally be okay. So what is dollar cost averaging? It's a popular and well-tested trading strategy that works best when done over longer periods of time. The concept is simple. Instead of investing all your money in a particular cryptocurrency at once, you divide it into small amounts, choose a particular time and day of the week, and only buy at those times. Now, look at this. This is what's highlighted. Buying at regular intervals like this over a long period of time helps to reduce the impact of market volatility when prices rise and fall sharply, and means, on average, this guy Bob will likely get more Bitcoin for his money than if he had spent all his money at once. Now, there's like some caveats to this. Like, say like you're at like a market bottom and you have like $10,000 and you could buy like one Bitcoin. You could buy one Bitcoin. Whereas, like, say you take that $10,000 and then you dollar cost average, and like the price is appreciating, you're gonna earn less Bitcoin than like going all in at once. But I mean, it's still a popular and effective strategy for investing long term, which is what I'm doing actually. And that brings me to my last point of this calculator here that was in the same article. Say you get like $1,400, right, in this next stimulus, and you want it to dollar cost average, right? So you take however much money you can afford. Like, say it's $10, you can buy that much in cryptocurrencies. Say it's $25 or $100, like you're just earning that much money, and then just buying over time. You can see, like, if I started, say, like, this is when I actually started my job, right, and I was earning like a steady paycheck. I was able to afford buying $25 worth of Bitcoin every week. Now, over time, say I only invested $2,000, but that investment turns into $9,542 just over time, and then I can use that extra money for whatever I need. But I don't need to at the moment. So like over time, I'm just going to dollar cost average. And this isn't just with Bitcoin. Like, I'm able to dollar cost average with Ethereum, Algorand, Graph, Atom, and I think that's it. Yeah. And yeah, so like this graph isn't just gonna like play out with Bitcoin. It's gonna play out with Ethereum. It's gonna play out with Graph. It's gonna play out with algo is gonna play out with Atom. Oh, and Chainlink. I always forget Chainlink. Yeah, so that's the market update, and that's my spiel into dollar cost averaging, which is what everybody should do. Like, there's other things that you can do, but like at least dollar cost average. Like, get your feet wet. All right, this is Tyrell. Peace.